Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll go with a rookie from Alabama. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Great run by Gibbs. It surprised me by being picked so early in the draft. But the Lions knew when they had the chance to add a playmaker like him, they absolutely couldn't pass him up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Hooker to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On 2nd down, Hooker. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards the gain for number 18. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Hooker now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now is 2nd and 10. Put a man in motion left, Ridley. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Hooker. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Ready! Panther Street! Panther Street!
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing. Hooker. That's complete to the Porter. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Street. Cup 19. Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos. Go.
Willis out of the gun. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Warriors 70. Ready.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Oh, and for the first time this season, he's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
They'll take over on 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
60 by 6. Panther 11. 7 Pirates.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
3.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jason Kabinda, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force, but on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and short. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes
and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Back to throw, Willis. And that is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. Willis takes a hit, and the ball is free. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Willis looking to throw on first down. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Let's go now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Hooker. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Get it.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Gibbs straight ahead. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because...
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
This is brought in at the 21. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they interplay here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
This is 2nd and 8.
Go, Reed, go.
This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Not saying 19, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Ready?
To the air on first down, here's Willis. He'll leave this one for White. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Buccaneers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 37. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. His second rushing touchdown on the year and 3rd overall. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
First down, Lions.
Got it. Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Come on, come on.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
2nd down throw coming by Willis.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And some space here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Let's go now. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come 19, come 19. Check. Go.
Play action. Here's Willis.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Ready?
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Willis looking to throw it.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Willis.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
2nd down. Willis looks to throw here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
79 Broncos.
Again, it's Willis to throw it.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them in the field goal range.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
Willis.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Ready.
Willis headed left off the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
3rd down, it's Willis. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Yeah, the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fielded at about the 28. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Hooker.
And now here is another interception. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also,
You might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Street!
They go play action with Willis.
Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Second down, here's Willis.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Tanner Connor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bob. Check it.
Now Hooker.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Detroit.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Ready, go!
From the gun, it's Hooker. He completes it to Ridley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Lions.
Okay, ready?
Throwing. Hooker. And it's caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Hooker to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. Hooker going to try and throw for it. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
Lions 14. Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Check mash, check mash.
First down, here's White. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here's Willis. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Godwin continues to be the receiver every quarterback wants in his offense. Over 100 catches and 1,000 yards last season. Fills that reliable short field role and knows how to get open quickly on any type of route.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Read option, this is White.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 16. Now Willis.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 79 Broncos. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to White. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down and 3. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hustle, hustle.
On 2nd down, Hooker.
And now here is another interception.
And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
74 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Check that. Go check. Go check. Ready?
Now a give up the middle. This is White. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Willis. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
2nd and 10, Hooker back to the air.
This one caught by Ridley. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go for it. Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Quick throw complete. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now down to 20.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Ready?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go.
They go with White on the counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the
Rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right at the 35. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, they kind of